We've got a misty, cloudy day outside today. Had to cancel some hiking plans this morning, so we're gonna readjust and we're gonna do something that I had planned to do tomorrow. Instead, we're gonna do it today. We're gonna drive all the way up north, up the coast, on the western coast of Newfoundland, up to Meadows. Let's go see some Vikings.
Industrial complex, the Great Society, the welfare.
So Meadow is a especially important site on Newfoundland because it's the first known site of Viking settlement in North America. Pretty fascinating. And just enjoy the drive north. We should be driving for about 4 hours there and another 4 hours back, so it's going to be a long day of driving. And hopefully I don't hit any moose, because I'm seeing a lot of moose warning signs along the highway, so we'll keep an eye out for those. But safe driving ahead, and let's go check out another National Historic Site in Canada, and one I've been looking forward to for a long time.
Been talking about Palantir and surveillance and that, but then you create a digital situation where everyone more or less spies on themselves out of convenience.
So thankfully the rain has gone down a bit. Still a cloudy day, and we're continuing north up the highway. And I like the name of this highway. It's called the Viking Trail.
That's wholly different from waging industrial warfare. They're very adept at assassination.
Interesting. So if I take a left on this part of the highway, there's a ferry terminal that will take you to Labrador. Interesting. Not going to Labrador on this trip, or if ever, but very curious what that landscape is like. And I know the Vikings, as they came from Greenland, they hugged the coast of Labrador and maybe made a landing there as well. We're about an hour away, and the roads are not too bad. There's a few potholes here and there along the way, and the traffic is moving at a pretty good pace. And now we're just waiting for a light. It's a misty, dreary day. Hit the green. Proceed ahead. So I pulled off to the side of the road because I found this nice little town along the coast here. We're gonna take the droney out here. One thing about this Viking Trail highway is the potholes are something you got to be careful of, because they're not too big, but these roads here are not the most ideal for driving, especially at fast speeds. Take a look at these guys. Alright, almost at our destination today. Just got out of the car to stretch the legs a little bit. The drive up to this part, it's a lot more green. When you're hugging the coast, it's a lot more rocky and not so many trees. But here's just a beautiful area to drive down. And one interesting thing I read while reading up on the drive to this place is along the highway here, they've set aside some little plots of land for local residents to make a little farm of some sorts. This one over here is probably freshly planted, ready to grow something for the summer. I guess agricultural land in this part of Newfoundland is at a premium, so if you could find a little patch of soil that could grow something, you make use of it. All right, let's keep moving. I made it to the parking lot of the nearby the site where the Vikings once lived. And the settlement is called Meadows. But yeah, over 1,000 years ago, Vikings, Norsemen, they came to North America. And they came at an interesting time in global history because in Europe they called it the medieval warming period. That's when you started to see many of the great cathedrals being built across Europe. You had more population, more labor, more concentration. But it's interesting to think about that the Vikings came here during the medieval warming period. First making it to Iceland, and then to Greenland, and then finally over here to Labrador, and then across the strait to the island of Newfoundland, where they built a settlement. So the place was discovered by a Norwegian explorer named Helge Ingstad. And he came here after reading some information from some Viking lore. And this is the man, Helge Ingstad. And that's his wife. His wife was a good partner in life for this man because so the place closes at 5. It's like 4:10 right now, but the archaeological site closes at 4:45. So good to go there first. And just giving you that information because if you travel here, it's good to know the opening and closing time. So this would have been the remains of what their homes were. Straight ahead we have a reconstruction, and we're gonna walk there next. This is some Lord of the Rings type shit. These look like hobbit houses. Okay, so what we have here is a reconstruction. So they weren't found like this, but they rebuilt the structures. Wow. This place is spectacular. This is beautiful. And let's enter the Viking lair. So the Vikings settled the land that had a people living here. And sometimes the relationship was good, sometimes it was not so good.
On that project up there now.
Hi there.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Wonderful. It was an amazing drive up here today. You
Oh,
know.
was it?
Well,
That's good.
yeah,
Sun usually brings that out.
no doubt.
So you're in the kitchen. You came into a workroom.
The last room is like kind of
Textiles.
laundry.
Well, not laundry. Laundry's in the brook.
Okay. There's no washer and dryer back there? Oh.
Well, yeah, there's the washer and the drawers just came out. As you just commented, they come out nicely in the evening, so it's a good time to do your laundry.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
but laundry day is only Saturday. Ragnar.
Right now, I'm John.
How you doing, Jeff?
Good to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you.
Appreciate the information.
Yeah, take care, man.
You too. So that was a good interaction I had in there with one of the men working there. Ragnar? What was his name? I would give that experience a 10 out of 10 easily. And there's a visitor center ahead from us, but like, I don't want to say like I give it a 12 out of 10. It was so amazing because I can't break the rules. You can't go more than 100. But if I could, I would, because that experience was just phenomenal. Wow. Everything I would have liked to experience if I came to a place like that. The visitor center is here, and the archaeological site, the old Viking home, is way over there. So you got to do a bit of walking to get there, but it's a beautiful walk. Well worth it. All right, that's the end of our day here. Time to drive back to Rocky Harbour. The tree foliage here is really interesting. I took the drone up and we saw what it looked like from above. I've never seen anything like that. They're just, wow, imagine walking through that forest. I'm just so curious. All right, back to Rocky Harbour. We continue on. A few times in my life I've driven down the west coast from north to south, and those are some of the most beautiful drives in the world, especially as the sun is going down, where you're on the land on one side and the water is on your right side the entire time. I've done that in two other places that were phenomenal. One was Okinawa and the other one was from San Fran to LA down the number one. as you can see straight ahead, there's a wave of mist coming. I don't know if it's coming down from the mountain or up from the sea, but yeah, the sky's changing a bit over here. So we're gonna... Pit stop number, I've lost count of the pit stops, but I stopped here for a good reason. We have some, yes. The Big East River, nice. Oh, that was close. Be careful catching these roads. Alright, we continue on. Maybe no more stops. I can't promise you. Seems to be a wind coming over from the mountains there, headed towards the coast. Seeing how the trees are blowing.
We've got new people involved, and we've really fixed these things up. We've done this stuff, you know.
Flashback.
And hopefully I don't hit any moose, because I'm seeing a lot of moose warning signs along the highway, so... a moose almost hit me. Wow, that was big. There you are, buddy.
We're ready to bleed them white. You know, after all, you know, it's what's happened with Ukraine. And so...
Hello, Mr. Moose. Beautiful thing.